国家考试110年英语高频单字。
Abortion, abrupt, absorbed, abstract, accelerate, accidental, accommodation, accordance, accumulated, accuse, achieve, achievement, acknowledge, acknowledgement, acquaint, acquaintance, acquired, activate, adage, addict, addicted, adherent, adjust, admire, adopt, adorned, adroit, advantage, advent, advocate, affection, affidavit, affiliated, afflicted, affordable, agenda, aid, ailurophile, aim, aircraft, akin, albeit, alienate, alliance, alteration, alternative, altitude, altruism, amber-eyed, ambitiously, ambulance, amiably, among, amount, analyze, ancestor, ancient, announce, antibiotic, antrim, anxiety, anxious, apathy, apparent, appealing, appearance, appeared, applicant, appreciate, appreciated, appreciation, apprentice, approach, appropriate, approximately, archaeological, archaeologate, arctic, arise, arraign, arrest, artist, ascribe, assent, assertive, asset, assign, associate, asylum, athlete, attack, attention, attitude, attraction, attuned, audience, austerity, author, authorize, autism, available, average, aviation, avoid, avow, bacteria, batch, ballet, ban, barrier, beagle, behavior, behavioral, behead, bemoan, beneficially, beneficiary, benefit, biased, bid, bidding, bilingual, bicultural, biometric, blood-stained, blue-collar, boarding house, boast, bond, born, bother, breast, breathe, breed, bride, broad, budget, burden, cabinet, calamity, calculate, career, casualty, catastrophic, catchphrase, cathedral, cattle, caught, caution, celebrated, certain, certainly, challenge, charisma, charity, charm, checkup, cheer, cheerful, chemo, chemotherapy, choke, chorus, church, circumstance, circus, claim, clamor, clandestine, classify, clause, clerk, client, climate, closet, clown, coach, coal, cobra, cocoon, collide, colony, combine, commanding, commerce, commitment, commit, committee, common, communication, community, companion, compare, compensate, compensation, competent, competition, competitive, competitor, component, compose, comprise, compute, conceive, conception, concern, concerning, conclude, conclusion, concrete, condemn, condemned, condense, condition, condom, conference, confident, confined, confuse, confusion, conjunction, connect, connection, connotation, conscientious, consecutive, consensus, consequence, consequently, conservation, conservative, consider, considerable, considerably, considered, consign, consistent, consistently, console, constantly, construction, consulate, consumer, contact, contagious, contain, contemporary, contemptible, content, contest, contestant, context, contract, contracted, contradict, contrary, contrast, contribute, contribution, control, conundrum, convenient, converge, convert, conviction, convince, coordinately, cope, corpse, correspondence, cortex, counselor, counteract, countryside, courage, court, cracked, cracking, creative, creature, criminal, critical, criticize, cross-cultural, crowd, crowded, crown, crutch, culprit, cure, curmudgeon, current, curriculum, curse, cut, cynic, cynicism, dairy, damage, damnation, danger, dangerous, dating, daughter, daunt, dazzle, dazzling, debt, decade, deceased, decency, decision, decline, decode, decoration, decrease, dedicate, deduce, deduct, deed, deem, defect, defer, definite, deflate, degradation, deity, delegate, delegation, deliberate, deliberation, delivered, delusive, delve, demand, democratic, demonstrate, demote, denounce, deny, depend, dependent, deport, deportation, depose, deposit, depreciate, depress, deprivation, deprive, depute, descend, describe, description, desert, designated, designed, desire, despair, desperate, desperation, despite, detector, deter, deteriorate, determine, detraction, devastate, device, devote, diagnose, diagnosis, diet, digestive, digital, dilemma, dilute, dim, diminish, diplomacy, director general, disadvantage, disappear, disappointing, disastrous, discharge, disciple, disconnected, discriminate, discuss, disease, disguise, disgust, dismiss, disorder, dispensable, dispute, disrupt, disruption, dissection, dissemble, dissertation, dissolvable, dissolve, distracted, distress, distribution, dividend, divine, divulge, document, dodge, dolphin, domineer, donate, donor, doubt, downgrade, downpour, draft, dragon-like, drawer, dredge, drift, drill, drilling, dripping, driver, drizzle, drought, dew, dullness, dumb, duty, economic, economy, edge, editorial, educable, effect, efficient, effort, elaboration, elect, election, element, eliminate, elsewhere, elude, embarrass, embodiment, emerge, emergency, emperor, empower, enable, encompass, encourage, endanger, endeavor, endorse, endow, engage, engaging, engulf, enhance, enlarge, enlighten, enroll, enrollment, insure, entire, entitle, entomologist, entrap, environment, environmental, epidemic, epilepsy, equal, equipment, equity, equivalent, escape, essay, essentially, established, estimate, eternal, euphemism, evaluate, evasive, evidence, evil, evolution, exact, exactly, exaggerate, example, exasperate, excavate, exceeding, excellent, except, exclusively, excursion, executive, exemption, exercise, exhibition, exist, existing, expanded, expansion, expect, expectation, expense, experience, experienced, expire, explain, explore, explosive, exportation, exposed, exposure, express, expression, extend, extended, externally, extinction, extract, extractive, extremely, facile, facility, factor, faithfully, fake, fame, famine, fanatic, fancier, fair, fascination, fastening, fatal, fatality, fate, feature, federal, feed, faint, feline, feral, fertile, fertilize, figure, file cabinet, finance, financial, financially, financing, firmly, flare, flavor, flee, flesh, flexible, flock, flowing, fluid, focus, forcibly, forgetful, forgotten, formal, former, for profit, forth, forward, found, fountain, fragrant, frail, frenzied, frequent, frustrate, function, fundamental, fundamentally, funeral, fur, furry, further, furthermore, gasping, gaze, gazette, gearing, gene, generation, generous, generously, gesture, ginger, glacier, gleam, glorious, gossip, gourmet, government, governor, graceful, grandeur, grandmother, grant, grasp, grasshopper, gratification, gripping, groan, grocery, groom, guarantee, guidance, habitual, habitually, hail, hail, harass, harm, harmful, harmonize, harness, harrowing, harvest, hardy, heavily, heal, heritage, hide and seek, hiding, highlight, hijacker, hint, hip, hire, hockey, hopelessly, hoard, hospitable, hospitalize, hostile, humility, humorous, humpback, hurricane, identify, ignoble, ignore, illiteracy, illiterate, imitate, imitation, immaculate, immediately, immensely, immigrant, immigrate, immigration, immortal, immunization, immunize, impact, impacted, impartially, impatience, imperfectly, implement, implication, implicitly, implied, importance, important, importantly, impose, impress, impression, impulse, impulsivity, inability, incapacitate, inception, incident, incite, inclusively, increasing, increasingly, incredibly, incurable, indeed, indefinitely, independent, indicate, indifferent, indigent, indispensable, individual, individualize, indubitable, inductive, indulge, indulgent, industrial, industry, inefficiently, ineligible, inescapable, infection, infer, inflammation, inflation, influence, influential, inform, information, informative, infuse, inherit, inheritor, initiate, initiation, injured, injury, inner, innocent, innuendo, inserted, insight, insightful, insist, insolence, inspector, installment, instance, instant, instead, institution, instruction, insulate, insurance, intact, integration, integrity, intellectual, intended, intent, intention, intentionally, interaction, interfere, intergenerational, internally, interpret, interrupted, intertwine, intervene, intimately, intoxicate, introduce, intuitive, invade, invalid, invasion, investment, involuntarily, involve, involved, ironical, irritated, isolate, issue, joint, journey, judge, kick, knelt, night, laborious, lack, largo, lash, launching, lawsuit, lawyer, layman, lease, legal, legitimate, leisure, likewise, limb, lingua, lingua franca, literally, literary, livelihood, loan, lodge, ludicrously, magnificent, maintain, maliciously, mandate, manifest, manipulate, manufacture, manufacturer, marathon, marine, marriage, marshal, mass, massive, match, material, matron, mayor, meander, meantime, meanwhile, measles, measure, median, Mediterranean, meekness, mellow, mental, mentioned, mentor, mercy, merit, merry, metabolism, metabolome, meteor, meteorologist, method, metropole, metropolis, migrant, migration, millionaire, mine, minimize, mining, mink, minter, mitigate, mobilize, moderate, moderate to severe, modest, modulate, momentous, monolingual, monopolize, monotonous, mortgage, motivate, movement, multiracial, murder, murmur, mutual, mystery, myth, navigate, necessary, negative, negatively, neuron, nevertheless, nicest, nomadic, nominate, non-profit, norm, nudge, nutrient, nutrition, nutritional, obedient, obesity, objective, obligate, obligation, obligatory, observant, obsession, obstacle, obtain, occupation, occupy, oceanography, offender, offensive, offing, ongoing, open enrollment, operate, operation, operator, opinion, opposite, opt, optimistically, option, organization, organize, organizer, origin, original, originally, originate, outstanding, oversize, ownership, pace, palazzo, pancreas, pandemic, paragraph, parents, particular, passenger, passionate, patent, patient, pattern, payment, peaceful, peacefully, pedigree, penguin, pension, perform, perhaps, permanent, permission, perpetual, perpetually, persecution, persistence, perspective, persuade, peruse, pessimistic, physical, pillars, plaid, plaza, pleasant, pledge, pneumonia, poach, Pompeii, poorer, popular, popularity, portrait, position, positively, posture, potentially, pots, pound, poverty, practical, practice, praise, prank, precede, precisely, predator, predatory, predestine, predict, preference, pregnant, preliminary, premier, premotor, preparation, prepared, preparing, prescribe, prescription, present, presenter, preserve, president, presumably, presume, prevalent, prevaricate, prevent, preventable, prevention, prickle, prime, principle, printing, priority, privacy, private, privately, privately operated, probably, probity, process, produce, product, production, productivity, professional, professor, profit, program, program, progress, prohibitive, prolixity, promise, promotion, prone, proper, property, proportionate, propose, prospective, prosperity, protect, protective, protein, provide, prowl, proximity, proxy, psychiatrist, psychics, purchase, purpose, quality, quantifiable, quantify, quarter, quirk, radar, radiation, radical, radio, rage, raise, raised, rampant, randomly, range, rapid, rare, reach, react, reactionary, reality, realize, reason, received, recent, recently, recklessly, recognition, recommend, record, recoup, recover, redemption, redeployment, reduce, reducing, reduction, redundant, reef, refer, referendum, refresh, refugee, refuse, regard, regardless, regimen, region, regional, registered, regular, regularly, regulation, rehabilitation, reimburse, reject, related, relationship, relative, release, relentless, relentlessly, relevant, reliable, relief, relieve, religious, reluctant, rely, remain, remedy, remember, remorse, remove, rename, render, renew, renounce, renowned, repatriation, replace, replete, replication, represent, require, rescue, research, resident, resistance, resource, respace, respect, respectively, response, responsibility, rest, restaurants, restoration, restrict, restriction, result, retain, retirement, reveal, revenge, reverie, revoke, reward, rid, ripe, risk, rival, river, roam, robe, rock, roll, rope, rose, rotation, rote, round, routine, ruins, rule, rumble, ruminate, rummage, rumple, rural, rush, sacred, sadly, sailing, sanctuary, satellite, satisfactory, saturated, scald, scale, scarce, scarcity, scary, scene, sense, schedule, scientist, score, seaflower, search, season, seclude, secretary, secretly, sector, secure, security, seek, seeker, seam, segment, seizure, sensation, sense, sensor, separate, serious, seriously, servers, service, settled, severely, shallow, shame, shape, share, shed, shelf, shelter, shipwreck, shock, shook, shortening, shrank, shut, sight, significant, significantly, similarly, simultaneous, simultaneously, situation, skyrocket, skyscraper, slanting, sleek, slippery, sluggish, smooth, smugglers, sob, social, society, solely, solid, solution, solve, somersault, sorrow, sort, sounds, source, space, spare, spawn, speak, speakers, speaks, special, species, spectrum, sphere, spin, spine, spirit, spiritual, spite, splash, sponsor, spontaneous, spot, spread, spur, standard, stark, starks, stash, state, statement, statics, statistics, status, stern, stingy, storm, strategy, stray, street, strength, strengthen, stress relieving, stretch, strict, structure, struggle, stuck, stultify, subjective, submissive, subscribe, subscriber, subsequently, substance, substance abuse, substantial, substantiation, subtle, success, successful, successfully, succession, such, sudden, sufferer, suggest, suicide, summit, sums, sunlight, superb, superficially, superfluous, superiors, support, supportive, supposed, suppress, suppressed, surface, surgery, surrounding, survival, survivor, suspect, suspend, suspension, suspicious, sustain, sustained, sustenance, swallow, swarms, sway, sweetie, symptom, takeover, tame, tangible, target, tattoo, technical, technology, temper, temptation, tend, tenderly, tent, term, terrible, terribly, terrify, theory, therapy, thereafter, thermostat, threat, threaten, tolerant, torments, torrential, torrentially, tourist, trace, track, trackers, traditional, trafficker, tragedy, transcendence, transcribe, transfer, transformation, transition, transmission, transparent, transport, transportation, traumatic, traverse, treasure, treat, treatment, tremendous, trend, trial, tribe, trichotillomania, trigger, trillion, triviality, trouser, truncated, trustworthy, tube, tumor, tune, twinkling, twist, Twitter, typical, typically, ubiquity, unaffected, unassuageable, unavailable, uncounted, underestimate, undergo, under mattress, underripe, underset, understanding, unemployed, unexpected, unfortunately, union, unique, united, universally, university, unpleasantness, unprecedented, unquestioning, unrestricted, unsustainable, untouched, unusual, unwind, urge, urgency, urgent, vaccination, vaccine, valley, valuable, value, variety, various, vengeance, verify, version, victim, victimizer, village, vino, violation, violators, violent, virtue, virus, visual motor, vital, vitally, vocational, vocationally, volatile, vulnerable, waste, ward, watered, weapon, welfare, whale, wide, wild, willing, womb, workforce, worship, worthy, rap, wrath, wreck, wrinkle, wristwatch,